It's been a year since the reveal trailer of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and with the Summer Games Fest starting in June, it's safe to say a release date trailer is imminent, and here's why. Hello everyone, it's me again, Steedoj here, back to more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and this time I want to talk about the release date of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and the next trailer coming out will be the Bond of Master and Disciple trailer, the Master and Students trailer for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Just like the Power vs. Speed trailer, we first got the V-Jumps images for it, then we got the trailer, and Master vs. Student is going to be the exact same thing. However, with this one, April, May, and June have been the months where the last 4 Dragon Ball games have had their release dates confirmed. So this is going to be the same as all the others, right? I'm pretty sure Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2's was in June, and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's was in, I think, June or May. I could be thinking, I could be getting them mixed up with Fighters, but either way, April, May, and June have been the months where the last few Dragon Ball games have had their release dates confirmed, and all of those games actually released when the release dates were said, either being early next year or at the end of this year, right? So Dragon Ball Sparking Zero has 2 confirmed release dates, at least if it's following the same timeline as those other games. But before we get too far into that, let's talk about a few things that actually go over even more evidence that we're going to get the game actually this year. So we know for the longest time, Dragon Ball games have actually swapped their release schedule from yearly to every 2 years now. I feel like we do get a Dragon Ball game every 2 years now rather than every year, being Xenoverse 2 and Fighters being 2 years apart. Not 2 years exactly apart, but one game released in 2016 and the other game released in 2018. So it may not be a full 2 years apart, but it's always way more than a year and a half between the Dragon Ball games now. And last Dragon Ball game I recall is Dragon Ball The Breakers back in 2022, and now we're in 2024. I'm just saying that's some pretty strong evidence that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is coming out this year, because again, 2 years after Fighters when we got Kakarot, right? Kakarot wasn't a 2019 game. It just wasn't. It was a 2020 game. So Xenoverse 2, 2016, Fighters, 2018, Kakarot, 2020, Breakers, 2022, Sparking Zero, you do the math. Another strong thing as to why I think it's not going to release in 2025 is because, again, I know it may not be a big deal to us, the consumers who just buy the games, but to the companies, you do not want to release your game when GTA 6 comes out. Again, even if you're just a Dragon Ball fan watching this video and you have no interest in GTA, which I think would be kind of impossible to do, GTA is kind of too big for most game franchises to ignore. It's a colossal moneymaker, as well as kind of shaped the way gaming works in general. From the moment it came out. And also, not just to mention GTA 6, but Monster Hunter Wilds is also coming out in 2025. And last time Monster Hunter and Dragon Ball came out on the same day, which was Monster Hunter Wilds and Dragon Ball Fighters, Monster Hunter World and Dragon Ball Fighters came out on the same day, and Monster Hunter World completely just trashed Fighters right away. So I don't think Bandai Namco is going to want to make that mistake again of releasing next to Monster Hunter, let alone a GTA 6. Don't get me wrong, Sparking Zero is going to be a big game, and we're all really hyped for Sparking Zero, and we can't wait. But now more than ever, brand loyalty is at its strongest with game developers or publishers, with its consumer base. Since, we're kind of in the era where everyone says gaming is dead and games aren't what they used to be, and microtransactions and blah, blah, blah. People don't want to play games that they have a feeling will just be bad and a waste of their money, now more than ever. And Bandai Namco has severely disappointed fans with things like Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash recently. So brand loyalty is the reason why From Software games especially are doing really good right now, because they haven't let the fans down in a while. Same with Capcom reviving all their old games and making them really, really good. So I'm sure Bandai Namco doesn't want to take the risk of competing with GTA and Monster Hunter, so Sparking Zero kind of doesn't have a choice but to release this year as well if they want to keep the fans' trust and not have them buy the other games. Another strong thing about Sparking Zero's release date is that they've actually shown off a lot of characters already in Sparking Zero. Again, obviously, it's not like it's been the entire Dragon Ball roster or anything, but they've shown a lot of big players like Jiren already, as well as Beerus and Whis. Beerus and Whis are characters you expect them to reveal later or closer towards the game coming out. And honestly, since they are going to reveal the trailer soon, most likely, definitely, 100%, Beerus and Whis being shown at this point makes sense in time. Of course, Beerus and Whis are in the Master vs. Student trailer, so again, who knows when that releases, right? I do believe Master vs. Student will actually release during the Summer Games Festival, I do believe. I think that's its best, chance of being revealed, that Summer Games Fest, where they will then also reveal the date of, the release date with the trailer. Actually, if you disregard the character, amount in the game, look at how good the game looks from the teaser trailer all the way to the showcase gameplay. The game has changed a lot graphically. Again, the image of Vegeta using the Gallic gun is probably the best example, right, when it comes to how far the game has gone graphically. it's really just much better looking now. So again, like, maybe we shouldn't take character amounts into like accounts and like just go, oh wow, the game looks really good now. It looks almost done basically, right? So I imagine all they would have to do is some slight touch-ups, bug fixes, any of those other things they do while they give us the release date and we wait for the release date. I mean, all that makes more sense since the game's been in development for how many years? They said 5 years. It wouldn't make sense for them to promote it so heavy now, just for the game to release next year. Usually promotion kicks up when the game is about to, you know, have a release date or about to come out. So I think all this promotion we're getting, constant V-jumps, constant trailers, constant updates, all this stuff back to back, it's like 2025 is not looking like, it's not looking like the year. I think it's going to be 2024. Like, they've been saying wishlist now for ages. They've been saying wishlist now, wishlist now. The wishlist is going to end soon. This has to be the game with the longest wishlist now I've ever seen in my entire life. So I think we're probably going to get the release date in the next trailer or two. And I say two because they might actually release a trailer like next month. But I imagine that we'll definitely get the release date in the Summer Games Fest because, like, how could we not, you know? I think that's just guaranteed that, like, Summerfest will definitely get the release date. Like Summer Games Fest, E3, and the Game Awards were usually the places where all of these things got revealed. We don't have E3 we don't have E3 anymore, I do believe, but we do have Game Awards and Summer Games Fest. So Summer Games Fest is looking like it's it. Not to mention they kept saying a while ago that they wanted to release the game in the fourth quarter of 2024, and it looks like that's going to be possible based on the progress they made so far and the track record of other Dragon Ball games. It has a good chance of releasing at the end of this year. I imagine the most the trailer will show is probably the Master vs. Student gameplay. They might tease the next trailer. Maybe we'll finally get a trailer with Ultra Instinct Goku or Beast Gohan. You know, all of those like end characters that show up at the very end of Dragon Ball. Maybe something with that alongside a release date. Oh, this isn't even talking about like Dragon Ball Daima. Like, I completely forgot Dragon Ball Daima is going to come out. I think Dragon Ball Daima comes out November or something. So maybe the game actually releases November. I was thinking October because two other Dragon Ball games released October. I do believe those games were, I think, Kakarot? I think one of them was Kakarot and the other one was Fighters, but we had two. No, it was Breakers. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Breakers released at the end of the year. So Breakers and Fighters, I think, came out at the end of the year. Or was it Breakers and Kakarot? Damn it, I don't know. But two other Dragon Ball games released October recently. So I'm thinking that, I was thinking October might be the release date, but it might actually be November because the game could come out alongside Dragon Ball Daima. And everyone knows that when a Dragon Ball game comes out alongside a running anime, it does crazy good. Xenoverse 2 did so well for itself just because it came out during the time Dragon Ball Super was airing. So they probably realized that success and are probably taking more time with Sparking Zero so Dragon Ball Daima can come out alongside Sparking Zero so they can maximize that goddamn money, because holy hell, that's going to be great for the community and for the game developers, right? So yeah, the game has got a good chance of coming out with the anime, and if it doesn't come out with the anime, it'll probably come out like a few weeks before or a few weeks after the anime does. But also the fact that Dragon Ball is going to be celebrating its 40th anniversary, and I feel like the 40, that kind of has to be celebrated. 41st anniversary, that's cool, but you probably want to just do your big celebrations on the 40th. I think it just sounds cooler and it's a bit more memorable. That reminds me that Sparking Zero actually did get an ESR B rating, meaning obviously it's coming out the door soon, right? Just like Sonic X Shadows Generations, that also got an ESR B rating recently. So I think Sparking Zero is sooner than we think, because usually when games get the age ratings, that's just before they can actually go on shelves to be ordered, because, you know, they get their release date, so they can actually go on game store shelves, and you can actually like look at the game's cover, you can look at the, you know, the packet, you can see the back of the cover, you can, you know, that's when the ESRB rating gets added, so that way you can just look at the game's cover and know what age the game is meant for. And so yeah, we're pretty damn close to. We're really damn close to the release date. Not to mention the fact that the super unfortunate passing of Akira Toriyama. I do think that they're going to release the game on this year to commemorate his passing. Even if the game ends up being slightly rushed because of it, I do feel like they would at least want to pay tribute to have, you know, something cool released on the year of, you know, the year where he goes to meet King Kai. And they're just chilling on King Kai's planet. And he's, yeah, Kira Toriyama watching Goku training might actually be the coolest piece of fan art I think I've ever seen in my life. Oh, yeah, there's just a lot pointing to the game releasing this year. Again, I think we'll most likely get the release date in June. I think more Dragon Ball games have their release dates confirmed in their June trailers than April and May. Xenoverse 2's, I believe, was June, as well as Fighters. But they all release like April, May, June. That's when all the release dates come out, right? So I would say from now on, at the time of you watching this video right now, lock in. A release date is around the corner. Anytime you see a Sparking Zero video, this has an actual chance of having a release date compared to the ones of before. So yeah, let's just wait around and see. Summer Games Fest is probably our best bet for when we'll get the release date. But I do think that they might just go, you know what? Have it with the Master versus Student trailer, because why not, right? But that'll be it. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you enjoyed the video, then obviously you can please leave a like on the video and don't forget to subscribe, as it greatly supports the channel. And leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next. Love you all. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Take care and peace.